Cluich fáilte bheis, seo a chéad lesson an teachcin ar a novel study againn, The Ice Sea Pirates. In Jew, hasin gyda brin me ein tor yffer capitulan, fo diag go capital cwig diag, hamdrin goffiws na hennemin y chleinafig. Bi sin brin sy'n biachtachig soiachig agus character at ha siri môr yn acharachig na behe, agus cwydioch casglan songlichte yn bisin y gwbrachig y Jew. Bi sibhse y Cluich geama, agus at sy'n eisiau fe, bi sibhse y cruthachadh text. Y cruthachadh text le briathrachas iomchaidh, cuspaireil agus ag iarraidh. A seo agra is suringo text le briathrachas cuspaireil iomchaidh agus ag iarraidh y cruthachadh. Nis briathrachas cuspaireil. So an text seo ma dhéann na Ice Pirates cruthachadh ag muid Leasan big na hill. So sin na céalachag fachla na nochag is a leabhar. Agus iomchaidh sin na céalachag fregarach suitable words. Agus ag iarraidh well as sin déanamh sin fat a bhliain a casa Cluich nach sin. So smíche deis sin na bhíon ma dhéann up-leveling. Briathrachas againn a chuirig iarraidh nas áirse. So díadach a chiún còmhla diag bheith sin na bhíon nachgal said. Ha said anabarachín ísio. Said is dead. Jihan na said ma chorgo beachtain. Growled, groaned, screamed, roared, whispered, replied. Ulag na said. Kerst? So bi sibhse a geama a cruthachadh text le briathrachas iomchaidh, fregarach, suitable. Cuspaireil, céalta dí se leabhar, agus an tréithrút ag iarraidh. Fé sin an geama cóirteúm chomhla sa chlas, or bhíag sin na clintin beachgan na chula duine. A chaneal sin sa chlas, ha sin ulag ag a dúich, mar sin nach chaneal sin gyfi clintin beachgan gine eile. Agus mar sin, thug ní seo mar obair-mheasaidh agaibh in teachcin. So sin na céalachad, a stei a geama a Cluich, an tugsibh jalamh éid agus an cursibh thugamé trafos jaling. Tro teams, ma suringibh, hae bwrwch sin teams hast, near diachtran office tron admin at Tuvna Parka. Kerst? So, sé dhéimeisibh. Féimeisibh bársgeall is peann, neo peas paper is peansa. Éire sin, ha mir sonscan scríbsiú arabhan go Cluich diag. Fe gynna bean roed differ leinigin, or ha mir sonscan scríbsibh So, cur pás an ilm, fai grammar peas paper is peansa, neo bársgeall is peann, scríbh go Cluich diag an leine. Gian sin a drest. Jésio? Glefa. So, is me gaibh marha an geama seo a dul a gúbrachig. Bí mise a lévige mach páistin gin leabhar ag Frieda Leasan. So can deach tug me dúliach sa bí vo capital go bé They've taken her, Dad. It was my fault. He looked at me. Beep in his big watery eyes. Bí sibhse an Jew a líana go bhearn. Bí sibhse a curisteach briathrachas iomchaidh, fregarach agus ag iarraidh am sa bhí a hasin. He looked at me, beep in his big watery eyes. Jé gútag a bhí am an súlan Dad. He looked at me, beep in his big watery eyes. So smaiche sin me dhéann. Fear in his big watery eyes. Terror in his big watery eyes. A sin na sear na fear na chéil. Jé eile big fregarach. White spots in his big watery eyes. Well, I díanamh cíal uadhanan bí sin a tacharst ach is acing nach beag sin cuspaireil. Ha big a céalte dís na tacharst an san scíalach. A bhar sin a díanamh cíal. So ha sibhse an Jew a cruthachadh text le briathrachas cuspaireil, iomchaidh agus ag iarraidh. Bí sibhse a díanamh féin bhesaigh sin torscaibh paingin agus an nósin cur sibhse thugamsa gus an feic mise cebraíút agus scríb mi asfiach gaibh stalker teams no deochtach a tron office trafos jalling na faclan ha sibhse scríb. Mar sin, na ha sibhse a cur facal am iomchaidh cuspaireil agus ag iarraidh Joseph in feng. Ma ha sibhse a tugan jirig achgal sa thug Frieda Leasan ha sibh fein da fein. Agus ma an facal agaibh fata na sear na Frieda Leasan sibhse. Trí 3 paingin. So it's a ruta leishin and sibhse high gra. And he looked at me with anxiety in his big watery eyes. So na ro sibh gra terror na rut sa bí mar sin big sibh has to find 3 paingin or sibh facal scanyalan. The ro she is clearly she is anxiety, you sibh da fang. And was sin na gin of gill? Ceasrtha son nach táisí mit. Pepper is peann, spáirsteáil sa thulacáil acu sé déise in Cluich. So mis dollar a beep, capital diag, the signal. A woman came past as I sat, beep, by the water. A woman came past as I sat, beep, by the water. A woman came past as I sat, beep, by the water. Scríomh facal iomchaidh, cuspaireil agus agaibh. Darn of yarn. She wore a beep hat and beep fur trousers. Bearn agaibh. She wore a beep hat and beep fur trousers. Cruthachadh and da bhearrachas sin bearn agaibh agus bearn trí. Déise? Her face was beep. Her face was beep. She parked her sled and looked at me. Probably children weren't a beep sight on the Wolf Islands. She parked her sled and looked at me. Probably children weren't a beep sight on the Wolf Islands. Jé good go bhean hen, jé a jin of kia, jé vig briathrachas, jé vig iarraidh, jé vig cuspaireil go leabhar a seo. Why are you sitting there? She asked. I saw no point in answering. I saw no point in anything. The woman stood there for a while before beep into the port office. The woman stood there for a while before beep into the port office. Leasan. When she came out, she had a parcel under her arm. She must have asked the man in the office about me because she beep. The ship sailed without you, I hear. She must have asked the man in the office about me because she beeped obair-mheasaidh. Because she beep. The ship sailed without you, I hear. I still didn't reply. The woman hesitated, studying me carefully. Is it really very sensible to go after Whitehead when you're just a skinny wee thing? She asked. And when I still said nothing, she went on. Shouldn't you be glad that someone put a stop to that idea? I'm not glad. I beep. My ideas are their own business, aren't they? I'm not in the least glad I beep. My ideas are my own business, aren't they? It was her turn to be silent. After a while, she asked, Are you hungry? I beep. Bharrachd. Are you hungry? I beep. Come home with me then. She took off her glove and held out her hand. Nanny. Siri. I answered and stood up. I suppose it was pretty crazy to go off with a complete stranger, but what else could I do? Without a beep, sin bharrachd. Without a beep to sleep beside, I'd beep to death. I'd beep to death. Bharrachd. Bharrachd. Without a beep to sleep beside, I'd beep to death. The port official, who was partly to blame for my beep agaibh, showed no concern. The port official, who was partly to blame for my beep, showed no concern. We followed the village street northwards, past some beep cottages. bearn t-seachdain. We followed the village northwards, past some beep cottages and shops. Nanny told me that the parcel had come from Great Holm by ship. Her sister lived on Goat Holm and once a year sent over new socks. Beep wore out quickly when you never took them off. Bearn-ceithidíag. H in this sentence. Her sister lived on Goat Holm and once a year sent over new socks. Beep wore out quickly when you never took them off. Why do you never take your socks off? I asked. We'd left the village now, and the runners on Nanny's sled were cutting through the new snow, though we could still feel the wolf hunter's tracks beneath it. Nanny didn't answer my question. She just beep. Siud obair-mheasaidh bearn Cluich. Nanny's sled were cutting through the new snow, though we could still feel the wolf hunter's tracks beneath it. Nanny didn't answer my question. She just beep. Ceart. Ma ha sibh géirí dul éisteach brú rewinder an ilmásin, ha sibhse a líanach de bearn itar Cluich. Ha sibhse a cruthachadh text le briathrachas cuspaireil, iomchaidh agus agaibh. Ha sin go bhí bliain na dhéann an cord in a capital in an iste bheith sin na déanamh dú, agus an nóir sin ar a hasisiú déisiil an tug sibh dealamh den opair sin agus an cuairse thuga me, ha mí déanamh fiúr gus seo aiceann is an go bhí na beachgan agus is gan. So ma ha sé go deile bethe úr a halmanis do siri. Ha Frederick carrot Cluich agus an Pole Star acal agus ha nist the Wolf Islands agus ha the Lugudach colony Nanny or Nanny. Sé character carneánach an Nanny nach chi. A bhfuil sibh jail ara. Ha neamh hín ho céinteach me Jane fein me da. Lébi sin pís in nega amach seo. Ha siri a gachadachag at sa haewn nach chi. Ha seo a tugol fa dúliach nuigid sa coig hús a gavewn. Seo Nanny a brian. Everyone does what they have to do in order to survive, she said. Wolves do it, and so do I. Snaiki vir sin an íist, Jé ha siri a déanamh gus a bhí beo. Ha déanamh tárad an sa capital an sin nach chi. Everyone does what they have to do in order to survive, she said. Wolves do it, and so do I. Jé ha siri a déanamh maha. Jane rutan a haigra nach déanamh í riamh gebrach a hai nósin a déanamh. Wel, sa chéad dolamach, cainach of cruthachadh mór ora, ha dúirí bíag sa núne fór, agus hai feichtin na nú, a giche mat a gali. E dosach chan siri son a gal fascéir, ach na vatain ha stama gost Leasan dachras, agus hai gaich. A is ac yn úlag mór nach rá, ha bheith í beau, ha bheith í láidir, ha bheith í fiús cosach a mi céinteach. So siad rút a haid déanamh. Dé na rút. Ma héit sin éis dúliach 93 sin héad a gavewn toisach capital a agaibh. You sat like an eel in a hole, waiting for prey to swim into the jaws of danger. And then, bang! Dé a tachar son a hin maha. Dé an lúpar a hec Nanny. Sé sealagar a hínte. Agus dé ha sealagarach mataí an alí. Ag a dosach cha isach in gofil an nuavis ver sin ag siri. Ach, chan yli ide déal pars an bíagáil. Ach an nóir sin chan yli fada. Gus an yémi se pars a gáil. Cursanta, but cainach in sin. Everyone does what they have to do in order to survive, she said. The wolves do it and so do I. Agus sin nuair a rain siri, soda siri. Nuair a ha Nanny alnan cunast. Nuair a ha siri, dolamach as a dweud cainich gwil a chwlacadh a seo geama. Ha sneach hús rí seachad minach siri nach chéad ha gama arst. Agus ha na mataí an alí cúiseach geama. Ha Nanny nálamach ba chwlacadh sagach. Agus dé ha céad ora ach mataigh alí. Fiachgan fata bidach. Le graim Vig Nanny gur maraf nach bíag. Gyda ha syri chrí, hai fain grym guna agus ha I gap losgig. Chanawn that a gali, ach es yn nar agus yn rwyau falaf. So sy'n yn darn rwt, a ha syri dienaf nach geri dienaf gus y fi bio. Hiet rwt, hai gichim that a gali. Darn rwt, hai losgig guna. So sé acharach ag mór a ha sy'n dyhiri nach I. Cydig dŵra gyda paing tiwnda I hewn na beth a pivotal moment, a turning point. Ha syri y gecharach ag. Ach gyfforstynach mae lefi sy'n capital 3 diag ha y ceinach ag myierig co I. Ha mi dol a lefi gymach gaif da gwliac kiet ys ceichyd agos pys yn bege ymach fo kiet y si ys kiet y siech. Gos yn tig sy'n corson a hasari y dienaf na haith dienaf. So bewn dwliac kiet ys ceir maha. The door opened again. Nanny had found her gun. She smiled at me, and I realized I was still stroking the pelt. I pulled my hand away. Tig sin ulk geama pelt. Bien krachen fur a veach. Agus va city. Gashliebig. I pulled my hand away. A wolf's skin on the wall. Nanny's cold eyes glittered. That's something many people want. I don't know what came over me then. I hadn't thought about it since leaving home, but my mouth opened and the words just came out. Guess what we have on the wall at home in Blue Bay? Nanny looked at me. There was no mistaking her curiosity. A mermaid's flipper. I felt my lungs fill and air filled my chest, puffing it up with pride. Nanny smiled as if I was being stupid again. A little bit of one, I mean, I said. Who fooled you into believing that? Nanny said. She sat down on the bunk and began inspecting the gun. No one fooled me, I said. It's hanging there. I glued pebbles around it. She nodded, smiling. It was my dad who pulled her up in his net, I went on. She was small. Nanny laid the gun across her knee, looked at me and said, Siri, there is no such thing as a mermaid. I laughed because now, at last, it was Nanny being stupid, not me. Where did that piece of flipper come from if mermaids don't exist? I said. Ha! You didn't think of that, did you? Your dad was just pulling your leg. Nanny sounded almost irritated. Don't you get that? He wasn't. I was there when he came ashore and told us, and it wasn't a joke. Nanny smiled and rolled her eyes. So sin farvel Siri I gecharach. Ha is eich gekoi. Ha brin me in dad's gachais Blue Bay-ish agus ha isha I gecharach. No, I certainly didn't intend to see it her way and take my dad for a fool. I was the fool. I'd been standing there dreaming of shooting. In just one day, I changed into someone who wasn't the real me. I changed into someone like Nanny, who looked after her gun as if it were a child. I waited, mulling it over before I said, if you hunt wolves for money, then you're no better than Whitehead. You're just the same. Agus sé sin a ha géirí ora fallaf nach sin cearst. Chan nuringi furach le Nanny tuileag. Ha is aginn far a bhilsin, a stein ga seo, ha náte a niste ha blá, cuite gan ha cádi, tors bíagí, a ha siri a ganneachag. Leis go bhfuil fiach na bhí bheo, go bhfuil hí na gecharachas, chan ili tolit le sin, mar sin hai mach. Hai dol a bheis go balle, agus at a hai is a balle, hai feicin an port officer, han je Leasan córi, tíach mar a bha, a chan nóir sin, ha je feicin Gís gynne, gís bhearlaí stocha, gís a ha céad go ma dodgy. Agus an nóir sin ha gal choram ar san cuairt na stána ile Seo dúlia ciat is cíhid diag. Cast off! Baldy yelled, snatching at the ropes. But the next moment, the man grabbed hold of his jacket and hurled him away from the boat. So that's what you're up to, he roared. I knew it, I just knew it! Sailing off in someone else's boat, you wait till I fetch the owner. He'll have something to say about it. He'll have you thrown into the sea. That's what we do with thieving scum around here. But Baldy rushed at the port official, threw his arms around his huge belly and pulled him down to the ground. Find me something to tie him with, he snarled. Beardy ran into the warehouse, quickly returning with ropes. Between them, they got the man back on his feet and tied his hands behind his back as he roared and shouted. Then they led him into the warehouse. It was his turn to be locked in the store. He was in for a cold night. Cursona hashin polita mayenshin, or shen jerarut around Essen go city agus Earthram nachig. And it was my turn to move fast. I ran and jumped into the boat, where I crawled under the afterward and eased the lid over me. There was plenty of room. Ha city iarraidh ha ounce cuttlefish. She afterward wart sausage just suye a him. Agus is got go big ha bath and gus aatje a havlig. Nor ha mulochaidh be dunje is suye. So get a share a hand, she could your sausage press ham. Good gluten good and brain root. So ha nisht city and brain and thwart ha show fun shehir, glasje iarraidh ha clinton a hulakal ha Baldy agus beardy a gra. Agus díach ag derig capital Kahoot diag. Ag derig capital Kahoot diag hat iarraidh hat nul sa bhuid agus ha city a feichen útigen neonach an sa bhuid. Dé haun, dé ha sibh sin bheachcha haun, dé ha city sin bheachcha haun. Leif mi díach pís beikishin vog dúliach ciat is fiche sa trí. Baldy and I craned our necks as we came closer. All three of us saw it. Baldy swore under his breath, sounding almost frightened. What we saw was rolling in the waves, was alive. Something that seemed to be desperately waving its arms. Something with pink skin. Something crying. If I didn't know better, I would have thought we were looking at a naked child. Dé ha sibhse din bheacht ha eon. Ha capitalan siad go fichit agaibh se bhí léibh son deirsteún agus an nóisiún bí Leasan éile eon. And dú ha sibhse idir bhí Cluich text le briathrachas ha iomchaidh, ha cuspaireil agus agaibh ha bhí déanamh fiúr gus an opad agaibh éigin. Díochar an spáir ha níimsú a chud méorstáid quiz Kahoot na capital na leib sin dú. Ma háise for sin na déanamh láin de bhíte ach cleach enam a bhis me se againn. Tapal ever sin bhí cáilim. Bye bye!